Hey guys, Loco Otaku here. Today we'll be reviewing the Transformers Bumblebee Blitzwing plastic model kit from Trumpeter. Now, I bought this kit at Otakon 2025, which is where I got my real great high new Gundam that was seen in the previous review. Of course, from a different year, that as mentioned in the previous video. So if you haven't seen the previous video, then this is just a little reminder that I did not buy the High New Gundam in the same year that I bought this, which was this year, technically. Alright. Now usually I always like to buy Bandai small kits because I love their plastic quality. It's nice, okay? And I can always trust them. They got a good selection of Gunpla. I love Gundam, okay? But sometimes I like to experiment, be adventurous with other model kit brands. And this is one of those adventurous moments, kind of like with food. Now, when I say like other brands, I don't mean like knockoff, bootleg brands. This is not a knockoff. It's just like another brand that makes model kits. I don't really see a monopoly. But when they say like Bandai, I usually see them as just like main makers, kind of like, yeah, like they're the main ones that make the model kits. Now, I don't buy now, as I was saying before, I don't buy like bootleg brands, like bootleg model kits, because that can damage the model kit industry, and so I try to be wary of that. But this is obviously, like I said before, not a bootleg, just another model kit company that wants to produce their own original model kits, which I like. Now, taking a look at the box, we have a nice shot of the character here, that being Blitzwing. All right. Over here is the company's logo, and we got the name down here, so Blitzwing. All right. This is number 2 in their smart kit, which I'm not really sure what that means, but that's all right. We have 8+. This is for people that are 8 years or older. Of course, I'm sure younger kids can also enjoy this, because this requires no hobby cutters. To which I did use hobby cutters, because just prying them out of the runners will leave some nasty nub marks. This is officially licensed by Hasbro themselves. On the side of the box, it even says licensed by Hasbro. And this has a parts count of 91 pieces, which I've actually never seen before on a model kit before. The price count, I mean piece count, which is it's pretty new to me. All right. Now, this is pre-painted, so as you can see here. All right, this was made in 2021. And on the side, or actually no, on the back, which of course is vacant, like other model kits. It says 2021/11. Assuming this was produced in November of 2021. All right. On this side, you have samples of the product itself, nice poses, as well as a pose with a Bumblebee Trumpeter model kit. Shows the accessories here, and also the details about the kit. On this side, you have a nice little skill chart with the other Decepticons also in this Transformers Trumpeter series, which includes Shatter and Dropkick on both Earth and Cybertron modes, Shockwave and Soundwave, or Soundwave and Shockwave if we're going in like from left to right, okay, Blitzwing, and Starscream, which appears to be I guess the same height as Blitzwing, since technically Blitzwing and Starscream share the same body type. On the top, you have the character and the company, as well as the series and the name. Bottom is more or less the same. All right. Now, at the convention place where I bought this, Otaku, they also the panel that I bought this from also had RC and Cliff Jumper, and out of the three, I chose Blitzwing because me personally, I like his design in the movie, and I know it's not exactly G1 accurate. Actually, quite the opposite of it, but I still love it. I still love his design. He's one of my favorite Decepticons in the movie, and you know, it was like talking about the kit itself. It was just like a fun little all kit, just to build. Now, looking at Blitzwing, which is the kit itself, this seems very accurate to the source material, which I like. It's got some very nice detail, which includes rivet detail, that can be seen throughout the mold kit. All right, some have a some colors have like a shine. Others have a bit of a matte, as you can see, like difference between the matte thighs to the more shiny shoulders. Got a nice, I love his color scheme. Of course, this is referring to the character design. The color scheme is great. It's got a nice gray, a mix of gray, bluish dark gray, off-white, red, gold, gunmetal gray. I think it's all just, it's quite a sight. And it's also so pre-painted. They also printed the United States Air Force logos that you can see here, because of course it is what he transforms into in the movie. Yeah, we got some nice thruster detailing back here, which now this is of course like how he flies. I'm assuming these are like intakes on top, as well as intakes on his chest, as well as the cockpit, which is common for the Seeker body type, not just for the Bumblebee movie, but also for like G1 and many incarnations of the Seeker body type. The head sculpt is a nice head sculpt. I enjoy the head sculpt. It's see the eyes clearly. You can see a lot of details very clearly. Maybe not on the camera, but in person, I think it's pretty cool. And also, like, just referring to the character design, I like how his kind of like the face mask kind of resembles a bit like a pilot's face mask, with like the tubing and stuff. I think that's pretty cool. And it's it's a Seeker head mold, or I guess like similar to it. No, this is it's the Seeker head mold. Now, on the subject of transforming, this doesn't transform, but it doesn't have to be cool. I just think it's a fun model kit that can be enjoyed. It doesn't. It's a very nice articulate figure, which we will get into. We'll get into articulation in a few. Like, I like Transformers. Okay, I like Transformers toys, and as a Transformers fan, I am not bothered by the fact that this doesn't transform. In fact, the fun part of this is that you get to build it, to take care, build it, clean up the little nub marks. Just like you create the figure. It's a nice feeling, which is why I like to buy mold kits. I prefer mold kits over pre-assembled figures, because it's like a nice hands-on feel to it. Articulation we will get into. So starting off with the head, it can look about down this far, it can look up that far, which is maybe a little bit disappointing, since in the movie, he flies, he's supposed to look up, look where he's going, but yeah, it's fine. It's still good neck. It's on a ball joint. It can we'll go like that. It can go about 360 degrees. Not 80. What did I say, 80? I don't know why I said 80. All right. Arm. Okay. Actually, shoulder can move out like that. Okay. Slides out. And that arm can go about, let's see, it can go pretty far. Not exactly the farthest, but you know, for what it does, I think it's pretty good. This is on like a slight butterfly joint, which it's not, it's subtle, but it works. All right. There's a bicep swivel, which can go 80 degrees. All right. Got a we'll call that 90-degree angle here, right? The forearm can rotate, not all the way because there's a little arm guard here, but it can swivel. Jabba the Hong. Swivel here. I love you, Jabba the Hong. His hand, or I guess the wrist, spins all the way there at 360. Now the end of the thumb can get in the way of this little part here, but you can just extend it because it's a simple peg, and we'll get into accessories later with that. All right. I guess the intakes can kind of move out and down, but that's kind of like very subtle. I don't think there's really any real articulation that needs to be done from that. Or I could be wrong. I don't know. Waist can spin like that, except I guess the crotch piece gets in the way, but that's okay with me. All right. You've got not front skirting that can move, back skirting. This is actually pretty cool. You know, it's kind of like you don't have any back skirting, or I mean front skirting. You don't have front skirting in the front, but this is pretty cool. You know, it allows the legs to move back. Which I mean, on the topic of legs, you can move back. Oh, I was scared of something. It moves about back that far, and it can move about up like that, depending on how you on the waist position or hip. Like the hip orientation goes up about that far, which is a very, very nice kick, if I do say so myself. It can do a nice spread. All right. Well, if we move the arm out the way, it can actually go further, like that. Or actually, in theory, it can go even further if we like remove the arm. I'm not willing to test it out though, cause but well, I mean, it's not that I can't. It's just that you know, that's good enough so far. There's a swivel, not necessarily a 360, but oh wait, yeah. I'll say about 180, which is good. It's good. It's good for, it gets the job done. Okay. Mainly, I'm gonna call this skirt like side skirt armor, mainly blocked by the side skirt. Even though it's not necessarily a side skirt, but more of like, I guess, a part on the side, which is okay. All right. At least it can still pull off some nice splits and also some nice kicks. All right. There is, okay, now at the first knee joint goes about 90, and then about at the second knee joint touches, the calf touches the thigh, which is good. Yeah, only slightly though. Now for the knee joint, or the second knee joint itself, that's actually how far it goes. We'll call that, we'll say that's about 50-degree angle. All right. There is a ball joint at the foot, and every ball joint can become a swivel. Or maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, well, not this one can. All right. Now while we're on the subject of the foot, they actually put, if you can see, like, molded legal information, which I do not see, which I've never seen in the mold kit before, and I thought very strange. But hey, I mean, I'm not gonna see the souls that often, so you know, it's fine. And also, it's on other Transformers figures as well. like not model kits, but like standard Transformers figures that transform. Oh, and articulation on the wings. It's on a ball joint. They've got great movement, and you can angle them how you like, but I like to angle them slightly angled like this for that menacing kind of upright, authoritarian kind of feel to it. Yeah. And I think that's it. Oh, also this is a small swivel. Okay, it's connected to a peg, which you can remove. All right. Now for some size comparison. Here he is with a vintage collection Star Wars figure, Luke Skywalker, taking on the pose of his father before him. And if you know that reference, then you know that reference. Okay? Here he is with a minifigure, which I also got this at Otaku. Here he is with another figure I got at Otaku, which is the HG Transient Gundam, which well, I guess this doesn't really scale that well. Not scale, but doesn't really work that well because it's on the stand. But since it's a Build Divers kit, it's similar height to the Exia, and this is a smaller figure than I guess the standard high grade. We'll call this about 4 inches. All right. Here it's next to a G-frame, like a G-frame model kit from Bandai, which is about roughly same height as Blitzwing. Because G-frame, they don't have a specific scale. It's just all of their kits have the same height. Even for mobile suits that are taller than others, they are the same height as the others that should be shorter than them. Finally, here is Studio Series Transformers 1 Bumblebee, or B-127, or Megatron. And that will never grow old. Now, obviously, these are not from the same movie, and even more obvious, they're not the same scale. Now, of course, Studio Series has made their own Blitzwing, which was fairly tall, or I'm assuming was fairly tall compared to B-127 here. And now for accessories. Actually, before we get into accessories, I want to talk about some things I have found in the market. I guess I'm talking about stuff that some parts still left on the runners that I didn't pluck out. Now one of them is this molded in Autobot insignia, which is a very nice sculpting there. It's beautiful. Now, of course, on this side would be a Decepticon envelope, which I, of course, plugged out, or cut out, snapped out. Because, for Autobots and Decepticons, they both use the same, runners for their stands. And I guess, it's good, because, let's say, what if you make, a Theremis mock, or as they used to be known as Theremis mocks. Or not mock, but Theremis custom build, or you want to make his eyes blue, because Theremis is OC is a blue-eyed Blitzwing with some orange accents. And maybe let's say you want he's an Autobot or something, then you can do that, which I think is pretty cool. Another thing I found was this piece over here. Now, I'm not really sure what this piece is for. I'm assuming it's for, I'm assuming since this shares the same body type as Starscream, that this would be part of Starscream. If of course it was the Starscream model kit. I'm not sure though. It's just a theory though. a figure theory. Now, Blitzwing comes with, of course, it's the, comes with like a pair of closed fists, which I've been on him for the entire review, since this is a single take, no edits. He has a pair of wide spread open hands, which now, of course, to attach the, is just a simple peg system. All right, male end from the hand, female end from the arm, like that. Now, obviously, as you can see, his hands don't hold any weapons, but they don't need to, okay? Because both of his weapon-based accessories are you know, they basically integrate themselves from the arms, which they obviously don't here on this model kit, but you know, but I'm talking about in the movie they do. Now, first accessory I want to show is the arm cannon that he uses in the movie to fight against Bumblebee. This guy have these missiles over here, which I'm assuming was the same missiles that that Bumblebee found in his arm, which he then used to jet it in Blitzwing and then basically destroy him. I'm not sure. I'm assuming they are, though they look longer. I don't know if it's like for effect or if it's for their actual missiles. I don't know. Also, I don't know, this looks like a note, like this part looks like this like armor panel looks like a nose cone almost. So I don't know if it's like you see that? It kind of fits on there. So I don't know if it's supposed to be part of the vehicle mode. I know some Transformers have like mini-con partners that make up their vehicle mode, like Blackout, with Scorponok being one of his engines. And of course, the main is the barrel here, which is this is a nice color separation, of course, with the pre-painted parts. And of course, this is similar to the hand, which so basically this side would face inwards, and the missiles would face outwards, like that. Which is pretty cool. It's like, yeah, no, that's nice. Nice detailing. It integrates seamlessly onto the arm. His final weapon accessory is a rather grim one, because it's the little needle which he uses to pluck out Bumblebee's voice box. Again, well, I mean, you know, it's grim in I guess grim in my eyes, my view. I don't know if it's. I mean, some people also might find it grim. Others may not, and that's okay. And this, of course, plugs in with the other. With the other arm, which of course now both of these I know that for sure that the needle is ambidextrous. Oh, okay. The arm's not supposed to come off. I don't know if this works as well or. Well, I'll be. That actually works. So yeah, this can be used ambidextrously, but it's used ambidextrously. Though I'd recommend you use the arm cannon for the right arm and the needle for the left arm. So now he has both his weapons deployed. And now the final accessory is this stand. And of course, the stand has its own set of articulation. Okay, we got a swivel here, all right, at the base. Of course, it's going to be adjusted to any of these 6 ports here. You got a hinge joint here, and a hinge joint there, and these can also swivel, which makes it like a pretty good posing stand for any kind of like angle that you want to get. There's also a Decepticon insignia. There, look at that. Again, nicely detailed. Okay, like the previous Autobot symbol. Yeah, no, that's nice. And this basically pegs on to two other different ports. And yeah, like that. And now, of course, and these other ports can connect. Oh, there we go. Of course, these cannot just don't have to be used just simply for the insignia. It can also be used for connecting with other bases, which like this connects to this. It's a nice stand, and over here is I'm assuming that's 3mm hole. That's 3mm hole, which you can actually use to I don't know, that's pretty funny. Put a hand like there. No, but no, you can do that, and then have him in the air like this, because I mean, Blitzwing, you know, he transforms into an aerial vehicle. I feel like naturally he should be in the air, if not at the very least, like be I guess both on the land and air. Which I guess for most of the film he was on the ground, even though he had like a few minutes of screen time. But you know, or air. No, he was mostly on the ground. I mean, that's what I meant to say. If I didn't say that, I don't know. But now, conclusion on this model kit. I enjoy this model kit. This was a pretty nice. It was a pretty good choice of me to buy this from Otaku. Now, on that note, though, I don't know, because I've never seen these Trumpeter model kits in any other physical market. I've only seen them. I only saw them at Otaku at a single panel, of course, with the Starscream. I mean RC and Cliff Jumper. Yeah, and it's honestly nice. This was a nice kit. It was fun to put together. Okay, it was nice to it's nice, like, building process. It's very fun to pose for me personally, and you got a nice set of option parts which you can swap out the hands. Okay, and it just proves that Transformers figures don't need to transform. And like I'm like, this is not just fun for adults and teenagers like me, because like, you know, I'm 17, but like, yeah, this is also fun for kids that want to build this, because this say 8+ on the box, or for younger fans of the Transformers series, since of course this does not require any tools whatsoever, though I do recommend them since you will get some nub marks. But that is my review on the Transformers Bumblebee Blitzwing plastic model kit by Trumpeter. See you later.